Welcome to Eclipse Yourself. I'm just going to quickly go over some of the options and help tabs down the bottom just to give you a feel for what they do and how they're used. You can either sort of swipe this up to open the bottom panel, or you can just tap on it and it will pop up from the bottom of the screen. So I'll start with the options tab that we have here. So set up my profile. So this is a key one for if you're sharing activity, if you're using the plus share module within Eclipse. So you can set up also your picture and your names, and you can elect what you wish to share. So by default, it's going to share activity, recovery and readiness, but you may wish to hide, like maybe you don't want to share your weight, and maybe you want to hide your age too. So once again, this is mainly just used for the plus share component. Quite popular with sort of sports and organizations, or even friends who just want to share data between themselves. But we'll have another share video that you can look at to find out more about that. Configure my Eclipse. This is a really important one when first starting Eclipse. So you obviously get different config options for what you can do in the app. The show workout form up the top here, this is for turning on and off the inbox for post-workout. So if you record a workout and you do want to add extra information to it, have the show on. If you have no need of adding, what category of training was, or changing the RPE and things, you can come in here and click hide workouts. Notifications, once again, just a handy one during the day if you do want to be notified when there are status changes. So let's say you may have entered into the fast lane where you're building fitness, so it will send you a notification if there is a significant status change on that. Some metric ones, obviously you've got kilometers and miles, depending what region you're from, that will default to the appropriate one. Similar with calories and kilojoules. Maximum heart rate, so by default it'll be calculated by 220 minus your age, but some individuals like to actually be able to change the max heart rate. So in this case 176 is mine, but I can change that to something else if needed. Recovery, this is a really important one with the sleep duration. So when you use the app, this was one of the questions you get asked on the onboarding, and it's really what you feel to be able to be refreshed. So by default it will set around that 8-hour mark, but it can be reduced or increased as it goes through, and you can obviously change this in Eclipse. So if you find that you are sleeping better or longer, you also can come in here and change it at any time, and the data will reflect that. Sleep source, another important one. So you have a choice of using Auto Sleep or the Apple Sleep app. By default, when you first come into the app, it will use Apple Sleep, but if you are using Auto Sleep, then we recommend using that. So lots more information on all the recovery things on the website in the help center that we have there. Readiness, so with the HRV, the heart rate variability that's used, we have two options here. So you can use a waking HRV. So if you're using a sleep app, in that waking window it will capture the waking HRV, or use the Breathe app on the Apple Watch when you wake to also record a HRV measurement. If you're not good at doing those sort of things or remembering to do it, the easier option is also to select the sleeping HRV, which will look at all the measures overnight and will do the average, apply for that. The sensitivity one here, this is used for temperature. So for those on a newer watch and you can record wrist temperature, you have the option of either picking high sensitivity or normal sensitivity. So once again, it just sort of alters the range that we do in terms of what's going to be reflected within the formula. So normal's going to be fine for most people, but once again, if you are highly sensitive to temperature changes, then you can come in here and change to high. Eclipse, so we have the wellness survey. So once again, this is linked to the inbox that goes through. If you don't want the daily wellness option to show, you can also turn this off. It's completely optional for the users, and similar with the updates that go through. So if you hide it, you may not want to see obviously a morning notification that comes through. All right, so that's the config options. Select done to save. I'll open back in, go back to options. Share my Eclipse. So this is when we are looking to share our Eclipse data through the Plus Share add-on in Eclipse. So there'll be a separate data on how to share and manage your data with shared users. So once again, it's more popular from an organised sport or monitored squad group, family setup, things like that, where you can come in and create sort of a group where people can see and share data and monitor workouts and recovery and things like that. Invite to Eclipse. So once again, if you want to invite someone to use the app or trial the app, or you also want to invite someone else who's already on the app to share with you, this is the option that you can do there, and it sort of creates a quick text message pre-filled in with a link that you can send off to them. Right, I'm going to click into the help tab here. So the introduction, this is the one that you would have first seen when you came onto the app. So if you would like a replay of the Eclipse onboarding, you can hit Eclipse introduction, and that will take you back through the video. Help Center is great. It's lots and lots of information in here. This will take you to the support Help Center site, and if you look through here, there's heaps of links to, you know, all about activity and recovery, understanding the orbit and trends, how to use the inbox, how to share and manage your data with others using the Watch app, all those sort of things. So you just click on a button that may be here, in this case activity, and then I've got heaps of information on what activity is and how the gauges work and things like that. Learn about Plus Share. So you can also get to this through the Help Center, but this is just a quick link which will take you through to the share page. It's obviously quite a popular feature, but there is sort of a process around sharing your data and how to manage and remove people and add people. So that's all explained in the share site here. Problem or request. So if you're having any issues, just a quick link where you can tap that and it will send to our support team. Subscription options, once again, there's different options that you can be on in Eclipse. So this will show you what your current subscription is, when it expires, and if you do want to apply a different subscription, that's where you can do that. System settings, not really going to have too much use for that unless our support directs you to come into system settings to have a look at things. We just keep a bit of a rolling tally on what's on and what's off and what's good and what's bad in here. So once again, for 99.99% of users, you'll never have a need to go in there, but we added it on there just as a bit of troubleshooting that we can use. Okay, that's the main tabs and the work through there. Just remember the help site is probably your best friend at the moment if you are having issues, or always just reach out through the problem or request option. Thanks.